Aloha everyone, Michelle Melendez with Blossom Inner Wellness and StandTogetherHawaii.com, and I want to do a special video today on the to celebrate the 4th of July. You know, we currently don't have freedom like we thought we did in this free country, but this is a very important to understand our history and the sacrifice that Americans made for our freedom. And nothing will shows that better than the Star Spangled Banner. Most people don't understand the history, don't know the history of the Star Spangled Banner, but that's what I'm going to share with you today. And it's you know, this song is a really special song to Americans, and it's played at baseball games and different sporting events, and it's sung usually really beautifully, and so much so that it touches people's heart. And sometimes, you know, I get tears in my eyes when I listen, especially to the end. But I want to share with you guys the actual history of events that happened that was the catalyst for this song. And so before I do that, I do want to do a shout out to the book I wrote. It is called The Great Maui Land Grab: What Caused the Maui Fire and Is Your Home Next? All freedom-loving people should read this book because it is not only shows the attack on Maui, but it shows the chronological history of how the United States of America became the United States Corporation under a banking elite families that is currently happening right now, and what Americans can do. So if you yourself have not gotten this book, please get it. The only way you can get this book is through the website greatmauifire.com. Greatmauifire.com will get you that book. And so I want to share again, I'm going to do a screen share in a moment, but first just share with you a little bit about the history of the Star Spangled Banner. The Star Spangled Banner talks about a flag that was still there on the rampart. So here's the history. The British and the colonies, American colonies, were at war, and they were taking on both prisoners, Americans and the British prisoners. And American prisoners were held on boats miles offshore near Fort Henry in Baltimore. And what happened was the American leaders wanted to do an exchange. They wanted to exchange American prisoners for UK prisoners. So they sent Francis Scott Keyes, who wrote the Star Spangled Banner. They sent him, he was an attorney, and they sent him to negotiate. So he went out on a ship and he negotiated with the British colonel over there, admiral. And he said, the admiral said, yes, we agree to this, but it's not going to matter. He said, it's not going to matter because do you see those ships out there? And the ships were dots at the time. And he said, that is the entire war fleet of the British Empire, and we are going to blow this place apart. And we've given Fort Henry, it was Fort Henry, says we're going to blow it up. So the war is over, we're winning, it's done, it's a done deal. So these prisoners we're going to be free anyway in the morning because we're going to take over. And the attorney, Francis Scott Key, said, you can't do that. Fort Henry has women and children. It's not even a military fort. And which, surprise, surprise, but the admiral said, it doesn't matter. He says, we've given them a way out. He says, we've given them a way out. If they lower the flag, we will stop bombs. We will stop shelling them. All they have to do is lower the flag and they will be under British rule and this war will be over. So Francis Scott Keyes went down and told the men what was going on, and the men were in holes in prison cells and shackled and whatnot. So the bombing started a couple hours later, and bombs were going off. It was crazy, and they said that the men kept going, where's the flag? Where's the flag? And they could see the flag through the clouds and through the dust and after the shelling, because of the twilight at the time. Twilight. Listen to all of this story of the Star Spangled Banner. So I'm going to do a screen share and give you guys the rest of the story of what happened, and then we'll hear the song, and then we'll come back and I'll do a prayer. Before I do that, I do want to do a shout out to my sponsor, because I do this on my own time, and I really appreciate John Singleton of Ace of Coins. If you want to lower your taxes or learn how to lower your taxes, buy Bitcoin tax-free, learn how to license your own biometric data, your face, your image of your face that big tech is using. If you want to learn how to license it so that they don't have your permission to use your face, your image, please go to aceofcoins.com, ACEOFCOINS.com, and you'll be supporting me and supporting yourself and supporting freedom. So for no further ado, let me do a screen share, make sure my sound is on, and show you guys the rest of the story of the Star Spangled Banner.
Francis Scott Key said he remembered what George Washington had said. He said the thing that sets the American Christian apart from all other people in the world is he will die on his feet before he'll live on his knees. The Admiral said, we have now instructed all of the guns to focus on the rampart to take that flag down. He said, we don't understand something. Our reconnaissance tells us that that flag has been hit directly again and again and again, and yet it's still flying. We don't understand that. But he said, now we're about to bring every gun for the next 3 hours to bear on that point. Francis Scott Key said the barrage was unmerciful. All that he could hear was the men down below praying. The prayer, God, keep that flag flying where we last saw it. The sunrise came. He said there was a heavy mist hanging over the land, but the rampart was tall enough. There stood the flag, completely nondescript, in shreds. The flagpole itself was at a crazy angle, but the flag was still at the top. Francis Scott Key went aboard and immediately went into Fort Henry to see what had happened. And what he'd found had happened was that that flagpole and that flag had suffered repetitious direct hits. And when hit had fallen, but men, fathers, who knew what it meant for that flag to be on the ground, although knowing that all of the British guns were trained on it, walked over and held it up humanly until they died. Their bodies were removed and others took their place. Francis Scott Key said what held that flagpole in place at that unusual angle were patriots' bodies. He penned the song, "Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Or the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that the flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet fly and wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? The debt was demanded. The price, it was paid."
So, I just wanted to share that today because, you know, people, they say that I'm brave and the things that I'm doing, but we have no idea how this country was really founded and created on the courage of Americans. We all need to be doing something. And our guided intuition is not, it comes to us for what is ours to do. You know, I can't imagine what that would be like, holding a flag, knowing a standing on top of your brothers and your, for me, my sisters, I would be there holding that flag up because freedom matters. It should matter to all of us. Is it easy to be a slave? Yeah, super easy. Is it easy to watch your people die and your children not having the freedom that they could have? To watch that destroys your soul. So today on the 4th of July, give yourself a break and ask what is yours to do. And you don't have to know, you just have to ask. What is yours to do? And then trust that and do it. I'm going to be going to Maui. I'm going to plan a trip and take the next steps that are written in this book, Great Maui Land Grab, What Caused the Maui Fire and Is Your Home Next? You can get this again at greatmauifire.com. This is Great Maui Land Grab. But the website to get it at is greatmauifire.com. My hometown of Oroville, California, currently right now in this present moment is burning. My cousin had to evacuate. One of my best friends who I grew up with had to evacuate. She sent me a picture. I was just there a couple weeks ago. I went there after I spoke at the Red Pill. So my hometown is literally on fire right now. And I want to show you guys a picture of Oroville, and it's beautiful. Oroville has a dam, it's beautiful, but let me show you a picture right now that I just found this morning. Here it is. Let's see here. Oh, share. God, I forgot to share screen. Look at this. This is happening in Oroville, California right now. This says 3,568 acres burned, 7% contained, but I want you to look at this picture. This is a picture, white ash. Why is this tree still standing? Why are the leaves still here? Why isn't this brush burned up? But yet this house is demolished with this fire. The tree isn't on fire. This brush isn't on fire, but this house is on fire. This is my hometown where I grew up. That's not okay. It's not okay with me. And I know it's not okay with you. So let's do a quick prayer, and then I am going to finish off this video with the Star Spangled Banner song. Great Spirit, infinite intelligence of all things, we know this is a time of awakening. We know this is a time of tribulation and trials and challenges. And we know that each one of us has the courage to make it through this time and do our kuleana, what is ours to do. And Great Spirit, we just give so much gratitude because we know we're not alone. We are not alone. The sun, the strength, the warmth, the heat, the energy that it brings us, the life that it brings us, the infinite knowledge that you have, Great Spirit, of how to beat our hearts and breathe our bodies and have the sun grow, not only us as people, allowing us to live, giving us the opportunity to live on the planet with this vegetation that grows. We have unalienable rights from you, Great Spirit, not from any government. And we stand up for those rights, that no planning department can tell us what to do with our property, that no government can take over what is freely ours from you, Great Spirit. We stand in the knowledge that we are free. We stand in the courage of who came before us and what they did and what they sacrificed for us to be free. And we honor them with our actions, because freedom does not come free. It comes through the courage and the tenacity and the fortitude of each one of us that chooses it. It says no to tyranny, no to evil, no to those who do not honor human life. And we are so grateful, Great Spirit, that we get to watch as those who do not value humans, who do not value freedom, who do not value our keiki, are peaceably removed from power. Or we get to watch as they voluntarily step down. And Great Spirit, that is done. We know it is done. Please take one step forward toward freedom every single day. If that's just sharing the news about this, about what's happening, sharing this video, sharing a book, we take one step, one action, even if that's just in our hearts knowing we are free and choosing that. And we leave it to you, Great Spirit, as you guide us, protecting us, sending us abundance, love, hope. And we send the frequency of hope out to anybody right now who feels alone and who's wondering what the heck is going on. Like my friend who sent me a text and asked, Michelle, what is going on? Oroville is on fire, her hometown as well. And I shared with her, read the chapter, Who Owns America? Learn what is going on in this country and what we can do about it. Great Spirit, we know that we're all coming together, all human beings are coming together right now for freedom, for truth, and for the knowingness that that is our birthright and it is absolutely done through you. We know it is, and so it is. Okay, you guys, I'm going to finish it off with this most amazing song that was created and written with blood, sweat, and tears.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets break through, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Oh, say,
Sending you and your family much aloha on this beautiful day. And go out and be together and be kind. Be kind. Much aloha.